The Lord be with you.
and with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John.
Glory to you, O God.
Jesus said to his disciples, I am the true vine, and my Father is a vine dresser. Every branch in me that bears no fruit, he cuts away. And every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes to make it bear even more. You are pruned already by means of the word that I have spoken to you. Make your home in me, as I make mine in you. As a branch cannot bear fruit all by itself, but must remain part of the vine, neither can you unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever remains in me, with me in him, bears fruit in plenty. For cut off from me, you can do nothing. Anyone who does not remain in me is like a branch that has been thrown away. He withers. These branches are collected and thrown on the fire, and they are burned. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, you may ask what you will, and you shall get it. It is to the glory of my Father that you should bear much fruit, and then you will be my disciples. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta used to say in her life that we are not called to be successful, but we are called to be faithful. And when we look at her life, we see that she remained faithful to her call to love and serve the poor. But in loving and serving the poor, she always remained faithful to Jesus through her prayer. And because of that, whatever she did, she had God in that. And because of having God in her works, the works which she did, people call her that she is the real mother. My dear brothers and sisters, in the gospel passage of today, Jesus is asking each one of us to remain in him. And why does Jesus want us to remain in him? Because in him we have the strength. It is in Jesus that we have life. On our own, we can do nothing. And that is why Jesus wants us to abide in him or to remain with him. And the example that he gives before us is the vine. How the branches are always united to the vine. Branches on their own, they can't do nothing. They have to remain united to the vine. And then only they are able to bear fruits. And those branches who are there but not producing fruits, they are cut off. They are cut off and thrown on fire. They are burnt away because there is no other purpose of these vine branches which are cut off and are dried. My dear brothers and sisters, those branches that remain united to the vine, they are pruned. And why are they pruned? They are pruned so that they are able to bear more fruit. And why more fruit? Because they are pruned, they are taken into consideration because of their close union. And Jesus tells each one of us, if we are remaining in him, if we are abiding in him, he will see that we are able to bear much fruit. But if we only remain and don't bear fruit, we will be cut off, because we will be only taking and not giving it. Jesus wants us to bear fruit. He wants us to go and preach the good news. First, by remaining with Him, experiencing Him, and that experience we are called to give it to our brothers and sisters. If I in my life have no experience of Jesus, then my teaching or my preaching or my way of life is all fake. It will have no impact. And that is why if we need to be faithful, if we need to be effective, then we need to remain in Jesus. Jesus Himself, throughout His life, He always remained faithful to His Abba Father. Early in the mornings or late in the nights, He always spent time in prayer, talking to God, telling Him all that He was going through, surrendering Himself, consulting His Abba Father, listening to His Abba Father. And therefore He was able to do what He was sent to do. My dear brothers and sisters, the gospel message is very clear to each one of us. If we need to be effective, if I want my life to be a source of blessing, then I need to remain in Jesus. My dear brothers and sisters, in this world of today, we are always very busy. Every time we say we are busy in doing what we are not supposed to be doing, simply doing to kill time or to pass time. And therefore, we are not able to have that experience of God in our lives. We are not able to be happy. Where is that joy that we are longing? We search for that joy in these material things. We search for that happiness in these worldly pleasures. But the real joy, the real happiness that Jesus is offering to each one of us is by asking us or by inviting us to abide in Him, to make our hearts a home for Him. So, my dear brothers and sisters, let us not give excuses by saying we are busy and remain disconnected to God. By remaining disconnected to God, we cannot be connected to anything. It is first and foremost, we need to be connected to God, and only then we will be able to give, or we will be able to be connected to the others. So, my dear brothers and sisters, as we participate in this Holy Eucharist, let us ask Jesus to give us the grace and strength to understand where we are at this right moment. Am I living my life as Jesus wants? Am I in close union with Jesus? Or am I just wasting my life giving excuses that tomorrow or day after tomorrow I will spend time in prayer? If at all I am not united to Jesus, then let us ask through this Holy Eucharist to give us the grace and strength to always remain connected to God, so that we can be connected to our brothers and sisters. And to conclude in the words of Mother Teresa, we are not called to be successful, but we are called to be faithful. May God bless our efforts.